Hello traders, happy new year to every one of you. And I just had some free time and I was doing some analysis on my own. So I was just like, I was glancing through the chart, like looking studying GU. Even though I might tell you guys that I am not like actually trading, but I'm always looking at the chart. I'm always looking at the chart. So I'm looking at this nice, beautiful price action on GBP USD, and it's very clean and clear. And something I want to teach you is that if you can look on my screen up here, if you can look on my screen, like up here, you will see I have written here no rate, no trade. Now, no rate, no trade is something I want you guys to understand. Like, what is rate? Rate is like liquidity sweep. Like, there are some levels of liquidities in the market that, in fact, liquidity is that thing that moves the market. Without liquidity, the market cannot move, right? Without liquidity, we don't have a good movement in the market. So liquidity is that actual something that moves the market, and in fact, liquidity is money, right? Liquidity is money. If you look at GU on the 1 week time frame, you can clearly see that we are in a downtrend. You can clearly see we have series of breaks of structures to the downside. So sellers are seriously in control in this market, right? Sellers are seriously in control in this market on the higher time frame, which is the 1 week time frame. Sellers are seriously in control of this market, right? So this is the next draw on liquidity. Like, this is where price might come down to when it comes to the higher time frame, which is the 1 week time frame, right? When it comes to the higher time frame, which is the 1 week time frame. So all of this is a very, very good, nice price action for you to look, because price is always doing what? Moving from liquidity to liquidity. And now you need to know where the market is coming from versus where the market is going to. You can clearly see that anytime the market breaks the structure, it's coming back up to tap into liquidity, right? Feel liquidity. Anytime that happens, it's doing the same thing. So now this market is actually going up, and if you can look clearly, if you can expatiate more, you can clearly see that there's this amount of liquidity resting here. Look at the price action here. We have all the price action on this level that are good, but here we have this part like a fair value gap, right? Just below here, you have this fair value gap here. That price is actually maybe that is the next draw on liquidity, right? This could be the thing that is attracting the market to come to this upside. But with that being said, we still have enough to look at what's actually happening at that level, so right? So you see, maybe all of this level is what actually pushed price to come to this level. So we can assume that level to be another block. And you see, once price tapped on that level, it started dropping to the next downside. And that is why I said we have our next draw on liquidity to this downside, right? We have our next draw on liquidity to this downside. Trend line wise, you can clearly see that we have this trend here. Price has been respecting this trend all through here. Ever since price touches this level, it will bounce to the upside. But now finally we have now seen a break on this level, telling us that what price might be targeting what these levels of liquidity here. This could be the reason why price is coming to the downside, and it could come all the way to down here. Now on the 1 week time frame, we are looking at the next nearest draw on liquidity when it comes to price, right? So we'll have this level here. This is the next draw on liquidity, like the next draw on liquidity here. This level here, price is actually targeting this liquidity down here. So on our smaller time frame, we'll be looking at what price action will be telling us. Remember the last trade I took? If you've been following me on social media, on my status, you will notice that I actually took a sell. All this sell that is dropping to the downside, I actually participated in that sell. So here, what I'm seeing here now is this: we are going straight to the 1 day time frame. So what we are doing here is we are doing our top-down analysis, like trying to understand where price is going to. And you can clearly see that here, this is where we are seeing where price is coming to. So I'll take this off to have my chart clean. Now, if you're my student, if you're my mentee, and you've always been following me, you will notice that I always like to keep my things clean and simple. So I expect that from you as a trader and as my mentee. When I look at your chart, I should see myself in your chart. When someone else that is not my mentee looks at your chart, he should see me in you, because everything I'm teaching you you should know and do exact the same thing, right? Good. So we have this level of liquidity here. You see, always wait for price to collect liquidity before you engage in the trade. Always wait. The best traders are those traders that have timetable of inactivities. Like around this moment, I will be doing nothing, right? So I plotted candle range high, candle range low. So you see, price have taken out the low. Trend line wise, price have taken out that trend line. So we take out this trend line because we are not trend line traders. All right. So what do we have here now? Right. So this morning, you see that today's candle pushed to the downside. So all of this move you see here, this candle you're seeing here, this 1 day candle, this is a 1 day candle. This guy here is a 1 day candle. So the market has been bearish since the market opened today. So first we had the market tap on the key level, spiked back to the upside, created a new high. So this was now around this level. This was the range high, and now this is the range low, like daily low, daily high, right? So what are we seeing here? Candle range theory knowledge. The key level has been taken out with the body. So what we do here is we want to wait to see how today will end. If today ends and we have a bearish kind of close out of this range, like outside here, out of this range, candle range low, right? Candle range low, we expect a continue to the downside, targeting where? We expect a continue to the downside, targeting the external range liquidity to the downside, right? So this is the information we are getting in the market, right? So always have the patience to wait for a candle close. So tomorrow, tomorrow is Friday, we have NFP, because tomorrow is the first Friday of the month, so have NFP. So if this candle close out like this, out of this range, and I'll expect to have a price retrace a little bit and then push to the downside, continue targeting the external range liquidity to the downside. So what I am waiting for, I want to see how the market will end closing to the downside. So this is how you understand the chart. So if you've watched this video right up to this end, I would like you to go back again, try to understand how I was able to analyze the chart from a 1 week time frame right down to the smaller time frame, where I am now anticipating my next plan of the market, right? So what I'm seeing here is I say expect price to come here because this was supposed to be an order block. So that's a failed order block. So price might do what? Might rally up here and then drop to the downside. Remember, we have NFP tomorrow and that move might be heavy. And if I see what I want to see, then my entry will be here. Sorry. If I see what I want to see, my entry will be here. So when I see the rate, I take the trade. No rate, no trade. I have my TP here and my SL just a little bit down here. So you see, I'm going for a good almost 1:5. So that is my expectation. I want to see a candle close inside here, and I expect a small rally and then boom to the downside. It's your mentor, One Big Marathon, signing out.